From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
A nation awakes and a $1,400 stimulus check, $1,400 third stimulus check could be landing in your mailbox today. Yes, mailbox. You are not expecting it to land in the U.S. mail, even if you had direct deposit set up for your third stimulus check, but it may be there today. What happened and why did suddenly everything change? This includes viewers who are on SSI and SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits. This includes viewers who are waiting for direct express deposits of stimulus check. It suddenly may land in the mailbox because of a new policy from IRS. I'll have all those details as well. Meantime, the flight out of tech into blue chip continues as the new concerns from Wall Street grow. 1.7% interest rate is now the 10-year Treasury note that the Federal Reserve has to deal with. It continues to grow. And what does that mean for you and the markets? The markets are waiting for stimulus, and while inflation was the only concern for the market just a few days ago, now they have a new concern. A growing number of viruses across the country, and 21 states now admitting that they opened too quickly for lockdowns. Now a resurgence of the pandemic is causing concerns across the country. And I'll have new videos from Dr. Fauci. I'll have videos from Bernie Sanders that explains what's happening with fourth stimulus. I'll have the latest data that impacts where stimulus is going. I'll also have the impact about what happened in Florida over the weekend. Meantime, new deposit notes appear across the board. Pending deposits, Direct Express, March 24th. All this big detail, all this big news, and new warnings and new alerts and new promise of arriving stimulus checks. The excitement's starting right now. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, and the coffee is brewing. I'm here, you're here, and let's get ready to rock and roll as Early Mornings LALATE starts right now, this very moment on LALATE. Good morning, how are you? The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering, I'm here, you're here, and all we need is that stimulus check. But guess what? It could start landing in your mailbox today. Yes, mailbox. Check my mail. What's going on? How are you? It's a new day. Are you ready to crush the Monday? Don't let the Monday crush you. The toast is toast and the butter is butter, and I'm here, you're here, and I'm so excited you have joined me on Early Mornings LA. We got a full lineup of programming today. I'm back with you at Mornings LA at 9 o'clock. EIDL was at 3 this morning, and then on the West Coast, 6 o'clock on the East Coast, and then we went to FPUC at 6:30. Are you ready? Yes, there's so much exciting news. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. Let's see if we can try to do 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 likes. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. The viewers and the members of this channel stepped up big time over the weekend, especially viewers that sent me private messages like this one. A pending deposit will be available in your Direct Express card on March 24th of your stimulus check. Yes, this was not an anomaly. This happened across the board. What's going on? This is what's going on. People are now getting alerts from their banks and are getting alerts from Direct Express and are getting alerts from irs.gov that the stimulus check is landing by direct deposit March 24th and by paper check March 26th. And people who are set up for direct deposit, it's coming for direct deposit or by mail. What's going on? Let me get the details. If you've been waiting for this third stimulus check of $1,400 to land in the bank account, I hope you've been looking at the mail, because viewers started showing it show up in the mail on Thursday. Yes, last Thursday. More than on Friday, more on Saturday. This includes viewers who are expecting it for direct deposit. This includes viewers who got the first and second stimulus for direct deposit. And this includes viewers on benefits. Then, on Saturday, it hit like a brick. I broke the world exclusive details that IRS.gov was updating its tracking tool, and now there was new data. The new data was the following. Two things were happening. You were seeing accounts show no information to now show information, or previously showing March 17th as the deposit date to now showing two other possible results. What are they? The first result was one, March 24th direct deposit. And that date was mirroring the date that people were getting alerts from their banks, like this one. Or they were going to irs.gov, even if they have a deposit account, and they were getting an alert, nope. It's coming by mail. It's coming by mail, and I'll be there on March 26th. Yes. So if you were expecting by direct deposit, you simply just don't know until you check IRS, and it works for you if it's coming in the mail or in the deposit account. The net result is if you don't see an update for your account, check both the mail and your deposit account between now and Friday, because it could show up in either place. This includes people on Direct Express card. This includes people on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and rental benefits. This includes people who got the first and second stimulus check by direct deposit. It may show up in the mailbox. And then there's this. It may show up before March 26th. Yes. Let's look at the calendar. The dates that viewers are getting for these alerts are the following dates. They are getting the 24th, the 25th, the 26th, and the 27th. But they're getting the 24th for direct deposit. They're getting the 25th, 26th, and 27th most often for the mailed check. And that was how Saturday and early Sunday evolved on this channel, and then it got even more interesting. By late Sunday, we had viewers now reporting that they were getting alerts from Chase and Wells Fargo that the deposits by direct deposits are hitting March 24th. See a trend? Yep, there goes another trend. This looks like a week ago today, where people are saying, wait a second, why did Chime get the stimulus check over the weekend? I got nothing, I'm from Chase. And then the big banks came forward and said, guess what? You're getting it all on St. Patrick's Day. Well, guess what this coming Wednesday is? Yeah, you guessed right. It's a week since that big drop on the 17th. This 24th is now starting to formulate into another big drop from the big banks. You're only hearing this on this channel. You're not hearing this anywhere else. This is literally nowhere else. And I hope if someone cites the information, gives credit, of course, to the viewers of this channel and myself who have been the course of this information. Understand this list, which I go over in all the videos that grows progressively over time, started on the 17th because the big drop was on the 17th. Well, now the big drop is the 24th. These are banks who have paid out stimulus checks so far as a Monday to viewers of this channel. They are Citizens Bank, PNG, Bancorp, Bank Chime, PayPal, NetSpend, Green Dot, People's United Bank, and U.S. Bank. Also paying are PNC, Capital One Bank, Lake Michigan Credit Union, and USAA. Also paying out are Union Bank, MetaBank, Amex, Bluebird, Navy Federal, BB&T, and Wood Forest, along with Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, Emerald, Blue Green Card, and also TurboTax. Really exciting, great news. But what it's also really surprising is what happened over the weekend in Florida. And it's not an anomaly. It's actually happening in a lot of the warm climate situations for college or spring break. What happened on Ocean Drive in Florida was shocking. People twerking on lampposts, blocking traffic, thousands and 10,000s of 20 and 30-year-olds in the streets like it was a riot, partying like it was 1997 or whatever the song says, whatever the song lyrics were. And ultimately had to put the city on a lockdown after certain hours, a curfew. This is a picture posted by the local police department after the curfew was issued. The concern is in a governor like DeSantis who decided to lift restrictions, is it a bad mistake? Well, a new report out this Monday says 21 state officials, health officials, say their state lifted lockdowns too early and they're seeing a resurgence of the virus. Wall Street is not going to like this news as it starts the new day. Wall Street thought that it only had one major news story to deal with this week. They thought it was inflation, 1.75% inflationary rate from the 10-year Treasury bond, causing a flight out of tech into blue chip, tech out of Snap into stocks like Ford, was showing, it's one worry. Inflation, growth, too much growth, higher price gouging. But now, a growing virus strain again. Vaccinations are growing, but they may not be growing fast enough. And here was the message from Dr. Fauci about the concern over the weekend.
17, which is a growing threat in our country, is to do two things: to get as many people vaccinated as quickly and as expeditiously as possible with a vaccine that we know works against this variant, and finally, to implement the public health measures that we talk about all the time, and that was on Dr. Walensky's slide: masking, physical distancing, and avoiding congregate settings, particularly indoors. I'll stop there and back to Jeff.
You see the concern across the board is that, did we not deliver enough stimulus? Did we not hold our lockdowns long enough? And is the reopening a bad play too early in the match? Here is a new video from Bernie Sanders as we tee up forced stimulus. You got to understand that forced stimulus is just happening right now. It is not in the future, it's right now. Reoccurring stimulus checks until the pandemic's over, presumably about $12,000 to $16,000. It's more money than SSI and SSDI, it's more money than hazard pay, and it's a lot more money than FPUC retro. Bernie Sanders pushed the message of forced stimulus in a video released over the weekend. Let's tune in.
For the last number of years, and grassroots organizing has had a very significant impact on changing consciousness in America. What happened is the Democrats, we passed a very strong bill. And you know what? As you've indicated, 75% of the American people like it. And you know what? When we raise the minimum wage to $15, and we guarantee paid vacation time, and we do paid family and medical leave, and when we create millions of good paying jobs, rebuilding our infrastructure and tackling climate change and taking on the fossil fuel industry, the American people will like that too. So the issue we're dealing with is, will the Democratic Party, and we're off to a really good start, have the courage to address the crises facing the American people, even if it means taking on the big money interests who have so much historically, had so much historical influence over the legislative and economic life of this country.
But ultimately, the support of the stimulus package only works if people get their stimulus check. No one supports a package if they don't get their stimulus check and they don't get it timely. Will you be getting it timely? What day this week? When will it land? I have all those details for the routing of the $14 stimulus check into your mailbox or deposit account coming up shortly. But first, here is a commercial break. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues today as the coffee's brewing, the toast is toast, and the butter is butter. And I'm here, you're here, and your stimulus check, darling, will be here too. How are you? Good morning. How's your day going? Hope you crushed the weekend. Don't let Monday crush you. The great news is that the $1,400 stimulus check is going to move on over, as Sir Lauren would say. It's going to move on over into your bank account, and it's happening right today. More viewers will get the $1,400 stimulus check into direct deposit and also into the mailbox today. But the big days are the 24th to the 27th. Why? Because the IRS tracked my stimulus check tool and their banks have now reported to them that there's a deposit occurring on the 24th or it's coming by paper check on the 26th and 27th. Banks like Chase and Wells Fargo have told viewers this channel is coming on the 24th. Also, Direct Express has told viewers of this channel it's coming on the 24th by even sending out alerts to that viewer and other viewers that's coming on the 24th. Meantime, paper checks will be landing the 26th. Viewers have gotten the alert from IRS. They're coming on the 26th. But what is the president's message about it? And how soon could this relief come? A video from the White House over the weekend explains the need to get that stimulus out quickly. But let me give you the big updates where we are right now. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel. You don't want to miss a single minute of recording. Understand that all this information you're hearing on this channel is up to the minute, up to the moment, updated. On Saturday, I was the only one to deliver the breaking news about what was happening with IRS. I was the only one to update you about what's happening with Direct Express. I was the only one to update what's happening with Wells Fargo and Chase. How do I know all this information? You, the viewer. The viewers of this channel are absolutely wonderful because they help one another. This is not a recorded video from 3 days ago. This is not a recorded voicemail on a bank's telephone call center. This is not a website that posts on a bank that's posted from March 15th. This is today. This is the most up-to-date information which you need, and things could change literally by the minute. Also, like this video. It really helps in the algorithm's ranking. Let's do 5, 10, 15,000 likes. Understand, Sunday was when we learned about this March 24th and March 24th date for Wells Fargo and Chase. Sunday. On Saturday, we learned about this massive surge of the 24th for direct deposit and the 26th for mailed from IRS. So things have happened very quickly. If you're just joining me, let me go over where we know which banks have paid stimulus checks and which are still paying it. They are Citizens Bank, PNG, Bancorp Bank, Chime, NetSpend, Green Dot, People United Bank. I'm going to use Green Dot as an example. I had Teresa, she got Green Dot on a Friday, 3 days after I reported that Green Dot started to pay. I had people get Green Dot on Saturday as well. US Bank, PNC, Capital One Bank, Lake Michigan Credit Union, Union Bank, Mets Bank, MetaBank, Amex Bluebird, Navy Federal, BB&T, and Wood Forest, USAA, Bank America Chase, Wells Fargo, Green Emerald, and also TurboTax. Well, the president's job is to really get this stimulus out quickly. And ultimately, if he doesn't get it out quickly, then he's not achieving his ultimate goal. The president's message over the weekend is that you're getting the $14 stimulus check. But the important thing is that the stimulus check land as quickly as possible. The president also released an incredible video over the weekend in which he talks to someone who has a person in the household on disability saying you're getting a stimulus check. I love that video because for the first time he spoke to a collective group that this channel certainly speaks to, people on benefits who often don't think they get a stimulus check. And over the weekend, all the fake narratives were back. Let me answer each of those right now. First, people who file a tax return get a stimulus check before others do. Untrue. Second, people who are veterans get a stimulus check before SSI. Also untrue. Third, the reason why people from SSI get stimulus checks last is because the IRS doesn't know what to do. And no, just cut it off. No, it's simply untrue. In fact, I have had viewers on SSI and SSDI who got stimulus checks within 24 hours of becoming law. It's all the result of who you do banking with. It has nothing to do with you. No matter how many times I make the recording, I always have to reassure viewers, it is the result of your bank, not you. And yet, here's also the question I always get. I bank at this bank, and my sister got her stimulus check. She banks at the same bank, but I didn't get mine. That's because no, it has nothing to do with you again. It has to do with the way the banks do things. Do you see a trend line that the banks are doing these massive drops a week after they did the last drop? Yes. This list grew on March 17th, on St. Patrick's Day. It grew in the middle of the day. The list was very small before the 27th, before St. Patrick's Day. Going into St. Patrick's Day on the 16th, viewers were irate that Bank, Chime, and Cash App had paid the stimulus check, but nothing from the big banks. And they're like, why have not the big banks? Wells and Chase and B of A all said we're paying on the 17th. And they did pay on the 17th for most of the viewers of this channel. But guess what? Now it's happening again. So you see how trend lines continue. Now, what's important to understand is there's a couple things across the board. First, do not take your situation and compartmentalize it. And I've had a lot of people try to compartmentalize their situation as though it's totally different. If you hear me reporting to you that thousands and thousands of viewers have now received alerts that their stimulus checks will be coming on either by direct deposit on March 24th, or they get the alert by mail on March 26th, and they're direct express consumers, ultimately I still have someone say, but is that the direct express when they're out of North Carolina? I've actually had someone ask that. Yeah. They don't change the policies from one part of town to the other part of town. Banks use the same policies across the board. And the incredible great news is that if you're tuning in this morning on the East Coast, you may have wondered, wait, is there a deposit now? There could be a deposit now. Banks do start to post money after 12:01 a.m., but they post them throughout the day. So you got to stay positive. Over the weekend, there was some crazy stuff. One viewer jumped on Facebook and sent me a hysterical message saying, I was told by a person on the phone from H&R Block, I'm not getting my stimulus check to December. I had to laugh about it, LALATE. Well, thank you. I'm glad you laughed about it. Because for everyone that doesn't laugh about it, there's someone that takes it as true and says, my goodness. And some would freak out, and others actually would take the story and then run it and just keep on telling you, you're not getting a stimulus check. It's coming in December. I was told so. Yeah, not happening. If you go out to the front of the casino and see there's some grass missing, and you see Sirloin standing there with some grass in his mouth, what do you think happened? It just sort of disappeared on itself? No. He ate it. That's how you figure things out on this channel. You sort of put A and B together and you learn it. The White House had a very strong message over the weekend that you're getting a stimulus check and that's coming. But what else is coming? Also, what's coming is forced stimulus. Forced stimulus is just around the corner. And while you often see me put up Bernie's picture when I talk about forced stimulus, it's not just Bernie. It's moderate Democrats. It's progressive Democrats. It's centralist Democrats. They have said to the president, you know what? I see you're doing another stimulus package, and we're going to demand a lot. Whether you hear that stimulus package called forced stimulus, or you hear it called infrastructure, or you hear it called something else, understand how we went to third stimulus. As a family, let's do this together. Going into third stimulus, I had the notes from the Biden camp nearly exclusively about what was going to be in the third stimulus. We went through it together. We found out what it was. We made the push. The bill became a law, and together as a family, we're tracking the stimulus check. During this time in which I've been focused with you on getting stimulus, other people are sort of running around and talking about Bitcoin and talking about crazy stuff. Well, guess what? This week, we're also going to start talking about the other money you can get for yourself under third stimulus. There's rent, there's utilities, there's food, there's internet. If you make less than $45,000, you can get about $5,000. But also making big news right now is the push from those Democrats, moderates and centralists, saying we need, and we're going to demand, and we're going to hold up the vote unless we get reoccurring stimulus checks to the end of this pandemic. And that's about $12,000 to $16,000. This is where Purple Power is going to have to stand up. The advocacy of this channel is going to have to stand up. Because guess what? $12,000 is a lot more than $2,400. It's a lot more than $10,000 of FPUC retro. And it's a lot more than $8,000 of hazard pay. We got to stand up and say, no, we want this. And we are owed it. We deserve it. This is all viewers, this channel. But over the weekend, the president had a very clear message. He said stimulus is on its way and stimulus is coming. The president made the message himself. He made the message through the vice president, and he made the message through also his press team. His press team continues to make the push that stimulus is on its way. And I like that because ultimately, I don't want to be the only one that's telling you the stimulus check is landing. If you don't believe the IRS track your stimulus check tool or your bank or your president, then his president's press secretary has something for you to know as well. Here's his communications director reminding you about the arrival of your stimulus check in the next few days.
I'm going to tell you about how it's going to help you. This bill is going to help families all over the country. It provides $1,400 checks in direct relief to the families who need it most. It provides the extension of unemployment insurance. So 11 million people in this country who otherwise would have lost their unemployment insurance in March are now going to see that extended through the beginning of September, and they're going to also get an extra $300 a week. This bill also expands the child tax credit, which means that families will receive a $3,600 benefit for every kid under 6 and a $3,000 benefit for every kid between 6 and 17. And this bill is going to help small businesses. The money in this bill provides access to capital, especially for minority-owned small businesses, to ensure that they can get through this moment. In addition to those benefits, this is a bill that's going to fund a national vaccination program. So it's going to ensure that you can get a shot and that we get a little bit closer to the goal that President Biden laid out last week of getting this country one big step closer to normal by the 4th of July. So these are just some of the many ways that the American Rescue Plan is going to help you and families like yours all across the country. If you want more information, you can go to www.whitehouse.gov/American Rescue Plan.
As we go into the new day, the president will have to address a lot of concerns. And among the concerns is the eviction moratorium. Yes, I keep on going back to this because I got to remind you, it's expiring. The student loan debt forgiveness, really a big issue. It's still a standalone bill in the Senate, yet to be addressed by this president. The push for reoccurring stimulus checks under the fourth stimulus package. And also at issue across the board is what Wall Street's looking at starting on the new day, which is the virus resurgence, inflationary concerns, and also the 10-year Treasury note. Going into the new day, the Dow futures are down 33 points, down about less than 1%. The NASDAQ futures are down 32.75 at less than 1% as well. The Dow futures continue to slide as Wall Street's worried that this could be a struggle this coming week. Daryl Cronk, Chief Investment Officer of Wells Fargo Wealth Investment Management, in a note obtained by LALATE News, said the following about what's to happen this Monday. If you went down the list and started putting boxes of check, 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 you would look at this vacuum and say it looks like an early recovery cycle, and that's roughly a year in that probably has a number of years yet to run. He's saying that this may take a couple of years for us to rebound, that we are not looking at a quick V-shaped recovery, but we may be a little bit slower than initially thought. The president has a lot of work to do, and I'm with you, and you are with me, and we have a lot of work to do. As a family, let's stay positive, let's stay motivated, let's stay smiling, let's stay laughing, and let's stay together. Understand, there's a lot of money in that third stimulus package in addition to the check. I'll be giving you that money. I'll be keeping you informed about Wall Street and the trading activity today as the markets open. We'll be looking at the 10-year Treasury note, the securities, and the bond market as well. And we'll be tracking the delivery of that stimulus check. I'll rely upon you and your information. Thank you for joining me on a big early morning show. I really appreciate it. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. And it really helps. The more likes, the higher it ranks in the algorithm. Let's try to do 3, 4, 5,000 likes. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. As a member, I can send you an unlimited number of alerts per day. So you get alert as a member of every video when it goes live, and you also get a copy of bills when those bills are delivered. As a member, you also get a copy of the current third stimulus bill in its form as well. The new day also involves the anticipation of the opening of SBA for the EIDL grant. As always, thank you for joining me on a big early mornings LALATE. I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you at 9 o'clock with Mornings LALATE. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA for more.